Warning: this program may contain explicit language that may be considered offensive or inappropriate to children and some adults.
The following content is intended for mature audiences only.
Hello. All right, we're going to do some drawing tonight. So let me turn on a little music. Just some generic background music. But we're going to draw the DareDevil. We're going to draw him doing something cool. So I'm going to do some tighter finished pencils this time. So I'm going to start with a blue pencil. And I'm just going to kind of block out where I want the figure to be. So I'm not really even drawing yet. And this may not show up for you guys at all, the blue, but as we get going, you'll see more. I'm going to give a good curve of his arms. I want him to follow a good curve of his spine down to his foot. Yeah. This is going to be his torso. He's going to be kind of twisting. It's going to be his hips, shoulder, his, what do you call those muscles? Triceps, bicep, elbow, forearm. We want to give it like a bow shape. Give it feeling of movement. Really heighten that movement. Okay. His hand. Finger outstretched, finger outstretched. The rest is going to be hidden back here. Thumb. Pectoral muscle. Shoulder muscles. Back muscles. Spine's going to be curved quite a bit. Okay, so now we're going to want to really sell the contraction of these muscles in here a lot. I'm going to bring this leg further out this way. Okay. Kick this knee. How do I want this knee kicking? Let's figure this out. Okay. So the other thing I like about doing really light sketching in this blue is gives me a lot more freedom. I don't have to worry about going too dark and filling in something that I end up wanting to change. I can just kind of flow with it with this. It's just a very basic layer that I'm doing right here. I mean, this isn't even really what the finished product's going to look like. All right, let me think. So he's curving, want his head thrown back. Yeah, I like that. I like that toss of his head. So we want to measure out his body using the head. So it should be about 2 heads from his chin to his sternum. Perfect. It's going to be about his nipple line. To his waist. To his belly button. Perfect. And that's going to be about where we see the curve of the waist. Down to the bottom of the pubic bone is another head. And that seems a little big to me. make him stepping out more. Make this leg curve back. See, I've changed the position of this leg 3 times already. It doesn't really matter with this pencil. It's all good. Okay, which way do I want this fist to go? So lots of times when I'm drawing too, like I'll actually act out the stuff I'm drawing. In this pose. So if he's going like this, okay. So downward. Add some perspective to this so it looks like it's going down and out. There's too much of that. Or not enough angle, I mean. Let's do that better. Okay. Let's put it over here. Let's heighten that angle so it really looks like it's shooting forward. So perspective, we're going to make an oval up top. And we're going to angle this as much as we can. Make it look like it's shooting forward. I have the rope coming out of it, and that rope is going to connect right there. Okay. I'll find Daredevil's mask. The other thing I like with drawing with colored pencils is they tend to just really kind of like smoothly slide across the paper. Really like the feel of drawing with them. Now we're going to go in and start kind of giving some definition. You can kind of see what's going on here. All right, so this is all still the blue sketch pencil. We're about to start darkening this guy up and really start drawing. We want this bicep to go, or the pectoral muscle to go more like that. All right. So I'm going to start with a very hard pencil. And this is going to leave very, very light gray lines. Here I'm still sketching. I'm going to measure out the distance between his eyes. Gonna be angry. Just fired up. Daredevil's always fired up. Devil of Hell's Kitchen. So great character. Big fan. Liked his Netflix show a lot. The Ben Affleck movie? Not so much so. It wasn't bad for its time, I guess. I've never made a better movie. I don't know. That seems really off to me. Yeah, that's jacked up. Let's redo that. I didn't really think that through. I should have tried a little bit more to find the center of his head first. Yeah, that looks much better. I'm going to have that center eye just for measuring distance. Boy, I just can't draw tonight. A rough night. Okay, usually gets better as it goes. more warmed up I get. Okay. I've been talking with Duryea, and it sounds like we're going to do these about once a week. Something similar. Okay. It's not looking bad. Let me adjust something. It's not looking bad. Not looking great, though. I'm not in love. It's not doing what I want it to. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm having some issues here. All right, I might drop out for a second here. All right, we're good. I don't know if this is the angle I'm drawing this from, moving things around in here, or what. This just seems really off to me. There. All right. So another thing that's good to do, I can't access it on my phone right now, but I do keep pictures of anatomical like diagrams because that actually helps out a lot. Sometimes you'll get into like a muscle cluster and you can't figure out which way it's supposed to go. So anatomical muscle chart. See what results we get. And I have one for the skeletal system as well too. Okay. Let's see if we can't zoom in on this image. I'll quit with all the pop-ups. Okay. So, yeah, it's fairly right. Let's make this come up more. So this is going to come up like this. Get rid of this. And we're going to make that line. It still comes from off the top of the shoulder. So we're going to give more of a bulge like this in this direction. Okay, so one of my goals lately has been trying to make my figures more fluid and like exaggerating their gestures and their motions and the way their limbs work. For about a year or so, and I didn't even necessarily intend to do this, but I was drawing almost exclusively from photo references. And I just feel like I became very overly dependent on that. And everything was looking like people posing for photos instead of catching a character mid-action, which is something that I really want to get better at doing. And I don't know, it's a transition because it's a whole new way of drawing, much more based on the gesture the character is making than the space or the shape that they occupy. So it is a very different way of even thinking about what you're drawing. But I do get a lot of very fast, fun, weird, sketchy stuff. And I come up with a lot of stuff that I never would have came up with on my own, which is something that I really enjoy. So it's got its frustrations. In the long run, I think it's paying off. That's not right at all. So here's another thing too. If you want to draw, really learn how to draw hands and feet. Just practice those over and 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 over. Those are harder to draw, and people tend to try to hide them. And people know to look for that. Some days of like Rob Liefeld being able to not draw any characters' feet because they're hidden behind a rock right in front of their foot. Can't do that anymore. I do love Rob Liefeld, though. He's a great character, too. Great personality. Some of his art may have been more ridiculous than others. He was very good at what he did. Is good at what he does. Okay, so that's a rough sketch. I think I need to lighten this up a little bit. Yeah, even on the camera, that looks dark. Hang on. I have to find a different eraser. I will be right back. Okay, so I need my kneadable eraser because I need to lighten this up quite a bit. This isn't bad. It's not as good as I like it to be, though. Let's see if we can't clean it up. This is going to be awkward with the camera right there, I'll be honest. Need to try to remember that camera's there. Not block it with my arms. I'm getting going too fast. Slow down. Take my time. Control my strokes. There we go. Yeah. It's just ain't right in here. So I want this arm. So I want this pointing up. Yeah. Let's fix this. Let's fix this. That was all jacked up. I don't like that. Let's take that wider. Let's give more bulk. Okay, so light source. Yeah, let's hold off on that. Let's get back to that. Let's come back to that. Doesn't seem right. Yeah, it seems off. Another nice thing about doing these lives is that I get to look at it from a different angle, and it gives me a different perspective on it. And like that's actually how I saw how out of whack that looked. So there we go. That looks much better. Some shading on the underside of this muscle cluster. We're going to come back to all of these dark spots. We're going to fill these in quite a bit. You know what? I don't know if anybody's been commenting. I'm sorry. I kind of completely zoned out there. What's going on? I need to rest my hand for a second. Hello. How's everybody doing? Yeah, I love the Netflix series. Okay. I know. I know. I moved the camera over to this side because I thought it gave me a better angle. And I'm like immediately regretting it now. So next time I'll do it off my left shoulder. I think that's why I originally set it up like that. I do think you can see the picture a little bit better. I don't know. Everything looks really janky to me tonight. Okay. So like what I'm doing here is I'm measuring. So like the human head, you measure from the top of your head to your chin. It's where your sternum is. Right there, your deltoids line up with that line too. So you can actually use the head to measure everything. And like when I did the last tutorial, I kind of showed the pencil method. So like that's a head height from the top of his head to his chin right there. So we're going to go from his chin. So we want his sternum to be about here. I was kind of surprised when I looked and saw how many people are watching this. Thank you. Makes me feel good. DareDevil's a great character. Very underrated character. No, that line's too similar in angle, I feel like. I want to... Okay, so light's coming that way, so the cross pattern should be kind of like this. I need to sit back more. Need to relax. Get too intense. Not good for me. Mind my health. Okay. Rest my hand a little bit. Not bad. Not bad. Seems off. I need to make this hip pop in more. Yeah. Yeah. That'll make it better. That'll make it all so much better. Give them a little more pop to the hip. A little hip pop. A little hip hop never hurt anybody. I always tell my kids, you need a little more hip hop in your walk. You got the hips. You gotta just pop them. Words to live by. Son of a bitch. Okay, so I started with the rope because I didn't want to forget the rope. And I got going on the body. Guess what I did? Like a moron. Like a real buffoon. Okay. So then it's going to be, so it goes, I'm going to whip it back this way. Knew I wasn't going to one stroke that. Not even close, really. Not bad. Okay. A little hip hop. There you go. There you go, Mr. Murdoch. It's a way to pop that hip. Hey, Bacon, would this be mat number 3 here? Jack that up. Something fierce. That's salvageable. Give them some motion lines. It's always fun to make sound effects too. Okay, that seems to work a little better. Okay. I don't know how to draw men's asses as well as I probably should. Okay. It's a shortcoming I'm going to need to work on, I guess. It's drawing men's asses. Does that look like a decent ass? Okay. take this in quite a bit. Okay, so if I kind of it's the hip, glute. Okay. So if this leg's up, this is going to be down. That's going to be down. That's why. That's why she's off. I think. Maybe. Try to adjust this a little bit. Okay. Let me pull up my muscle chart again because I feel like so from the spine to the outer leg. Okay. There we go. Is that going to work better? Yeah. Lighten this up quite a bit. Okay. All right, let's come back to that. DareDevil doesn't have very big horns, and I like the idea of exaggerating them. I can't tell if that's too much, though. I think it's good. Sorry, I know my arm's blocking everything again. And I got no music. Oh, wow. It's already 8 o'clock. I'm not going to get as much of this done tonight as I would have liked. I always try to say, commit to a figure. And I'm not going to do it. Fuck my own rules, right? Over cross-hatching, I think. There are worse things you can do to a drawing, I suppose. Really thought I'd be a lot further than this in an hour. All right. I am eyeing his ass, trying to figure out what I'm going to do with that. His ass has proven to be quite the dilemma tonight. Unexpectedly. Oh, the reason I keep doing that, because when my hand starts to get really powdery and chalky, covered in graphite, I try not to knock the camera over. It's time to find a piece of scrap paper. So using a very soft pencil like this, it's going to smudge very easily. So use a hand rest, basically. I like that curvature of his hand. Really works for me. If there's anybody I could ask what is wrong with Daredevil's ass, it would be Don. And I'm not sure if he's here or not. Okay. Okay. I think that looks better. Maybe. That's too much. Okay. Let's fill in the other side. See if we can't judge the distance better that way. All right, see one thing wrong. One thing dead wrong. That anatomy ain't right. That ain't how you do that. That ain't how that fits together at all. Way off. This muscle's going to come here. And then this is going to pull forward. This is going to pull backwards. And we're going to have this muscle group going like this to that curvature. Boom skis. Maybe. There we go. There we go. There to the mid knee. Okay. So all that looks good. Uh, uh. I think that looks a lot better. Okay. It's getting there. It's getting there. Oh. Just a few weeks ago, I was complaining about how cold it is. And now I'm sitting here sweating. Isn't it great? All right. Hang on. I will be right back in just a few seconds. I'm sweating. I need to turn up the air, grab something to drink. All right. So give me just a few. All right. Find the right pencil. All right. What seems off to me? All right. Let's go mad crazy on some detail. So like when Daredevil ninja kicks you, it's going to hurt like a motherfucker. She's got these big old heavy boots on. Lots of traction. So if Daredevil is high kicking you in the face, he's not messing around. So I'm back to using my really hard pencil. So it leaves really soft lines. Okay. Okay. I don't think the dog's going to behave much longer. Just give you guys a heads up. So I was talking with Duryea, and I think we're going to do this once a week. So what I may do is I may shelf this one, finish this one up live next week, not touch it all week long. I may look at it enough where I decide to just puke and want to start over. We'll just have to see what kind of mood I'm in when I look at it. Is that Maddie?